Hey, what's up, folks? It's your boy DJ81, that channel Skins for Life. Yeah, that's me. Thought I'd get outside the house and enjoy nature for a little bit, because you need something different every now and then. So, every now and then, especially with the summer, it was spring's here, summer's coming up, I'll start doing videos while I'm outside, so that way you won't get always the stale view from inside the room. But anyway, what I want to talk about, and just real quick, I want to get my thoughts about the debate. It's really not much of a debate, it's more of a discussion that in the sim community, talking about what Coach Ruckus had pronounced on the Sim Perspective last show. Now they just had a show this week. I have yet to check it out fully, but I'm definitely going to check it out again. One of these days I'm going to call in. I work in the evening, so I was trying to actually take my break to actually call in, because I wanted to get my 2 cents in on this trailer, which sucked, by the way. But I digress. So I'll see if I can. I don't know, it'll be one of those days where I just happen to take a day off and I'll call in. So you guys be on the lookout. I'm gonna call in one of these. I'm gonna call in. Alright, anyway. So I want to talk about the statement. Is the customer the boss? Well, it's more of a question, but then it becomes a statement, because there's no way in hell that you can sit there and say that the customer is not the boss. Now, I can look at it one of two ways. I can look at it from the side of the consumer. I can look at it from the side of business. Coach Ruckus' answer to me seemed like it was more of a business standpoint, not necessarily not a consumer standpoint. And that's where you begin to feel like certain people will lose perspective, because they are well aware of the business aspect of it, but in certain cases, since people are game changers, and this doesn't go to all the game changers, but if you start getting a game for free, you're no longer a consumer of their product. You're no longer a customer, a paying customer of their. So you kind of lose perspective, especially working with EA. Now, not saying that you can't work with EA to make a better product, but you can't make a statement and say that the customer is not the boss when your very lives are dependent upon if people like this game or not. It just doesn't seem right. I kind of was surprised that Azure, Sim, and Smitty didn't check them, but hey, really nothing to be said about that. So, but to expand upon the customer is the boss, there's this thing called demand that that is based solely on the consumer, on the population, the people who purchase items, who have needs and wants. That's all in demand. That's supposedly controlled by the people. And then supply is the business. The business is what gives people the products that they're either asking for, they need, and they want. And we got traffic. There's a roadway outside the backyard, and they're cutting the grass. But anyway, so to sit back and say that the customer is not the boss is definitely a company statement. Looking at it from the company view, the company structure of things. Yeah, to the company, the marketing team has the final say, but the customer is ultimately the decision maker. That's the way it's been since the beginning of time. I don't see it any different. I'm a consumer. I purchase EA Sports products from NHL to Madden to, let me see, I did FIFA last year. I didn't do it this year because I'm not much of a soccer guy. See, and this is another thing. I can not buy a game based on the fact that that's probably not my sport. And I sense that others felt the same way, because I preach about NHL, and everybody's like, nah, don't bring no NHL into this shit. Nobody care about that NHL. I'm like, that's the way that, because the way I was brought up, the way I got a chance to play a whole bunch of sports is the fact that I got into the ice hockey, I got into the football, lacrosse, soccer, kickball, handball, floor hockey, softball, baseball. I played all sports and I excelled at all of them. That's the way it was. I was bred to be successful at whatever I did, even if I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I would find a way to try to be successful. Shoot, tag, laser tag, freeze tag. Come on, everybody remember freeze tag. But anyway, hide go seek, king of the hill. Anyway, but to go back on the basic foundation of business is the consumer. I don't, like I said, I don't see it any other way. It can't go any other way. If it's based on the business, then that's like, let's see, if the customer's not the boss, then who is? I'm like, apparently according to EA, the casual gamers are the boss. And you know, and since the sim head crowd is of the minority, you have to do stuff like make noise, as put them in the game would like to say, or make videos bashing Madden. You can still give credit, but at the same time, and this is from LT Magic, and I give a shout out to him. I'll post a link to his 2-part videos. Good pieces, by the way. That was some good stuff, man. And just, you know, make your voices heard. You know, send letters, tweet about tweet to 2K. Just start putting the pressure on the companies that are sitting back and waiting for this. Now, my guess is that 2K is waiting for the next gen. That's my guess. My hope, and I figure it's everyone else's hope. And if it is the case, then we have possibly next year to look forward to. Now, not saying that there's nothing to look forward to, you know, this coming up fall. I'm excited about NHL. I'm excited in the direction that it has been going in quite some time, that Madden has just, you know, turned in that direction. Even though I'm not a soccer fan, FIFA is right up there. Matter of fact, it seems like Madden is trying to use a lot of the technology that's in FIFA and that was in NHL. And shoot, I don't know what else to go. I'm still kind of puzzled that somebody would sit here and say that the consumer is not the boss, and that's not true. I'm like, if I asked a random person on the street and I told them that statement, they would look at me like I was crazy. Shoot, hell. Nah, he's too far away. I was gonna ask that person to just walk past, and I bet you he would look at me like I was crazy. He'd be like, hell no, hell yeah, the consumer is the boss. It's my money. If I don't pay for your product, I'll pay for somebody else's product. That's the way it is. I'm like, there's no, and I know EA is the only company that's making football games, but still, you can hold your money. You can save 65. Next generation will be save 75. So you have to really, really think about and really reflect on the statement that you made, Coach Ruckus, because that's a business entity mentality. When we, the consumers that purchase the game, when you guys get it for free, have to worry about. And that's the separation that we don't need, especially when you're just like you and I. You're just like me, you're just like everyone else. Nothing special about you guys. You guys have made that clear. There's nothing special about you guys. Only thing is, you guys get the game for free. That separates you away from us. That's the separation that's there, and there's no shots intended. I'm like, it's great that we have guys on the inside to help improve the game, and that's good. Now, when 2K comes out, or is there going to be anybody left to help them improve their game? Because remember, they're only as good as their last made game, which was a great game, but when they come back, they're gonna have to get rid of a lot of the flaws, and they have to update it. They're gonna have to come back with real-time physics. They're gonna have to, I'm like, they can keep everything else except they need to do real-time physics and have the NFL license and a franchise mode, a fully functioning franchise mode, just like it was in ESPN 2K5. They just have to come back and come back strong, and I have a feeling they will. I'm like, they've had the structure in place for the football through their basketball games, because their basketball games are starting to fail. Hell, I'm about to trade in, damn garbage truck, I'm about to trade in 2K11. 2K13. I'm about to trade that in. I may not buy another NBA game, because I used to be able to, like, 2K11 I could play very well. 2K12 kind of threw me off. Then 2K13, Jay-Z. I did not like the fact that Jay-Z and, you know, that took over, and that's another video for later. So, alright, well, let me see how long this video is going, because this has been fun. Oh wow, almost 12 minutes. So I'm gonna wrap it up here, and I'm gonna just focus it back on nature, because as long as we're complaining about these games, we're missing out on nature. And no, I'm not a religious zealot like Apex, so I'm not gonna talk about God and stuff like that, because that's not my strong point. My strong point is nature. I'm spiritual, and being spiritual and being really honestly being a free spirit, when you're held inside a cage, you start dying inside. So when you're dying inside, you need to find ways to break out that cage. Because once you break out that cage, you can start living again, and you're a part of nature, and you need to be one with nature. So with that, on that note, I'm about to go for a run. Peace.